We have new video from Trump's forthcoming border czar, Tom Homan, where he says, we don't care if blue cities and blue states are going to tell us no on helping with the mass deportation. We are going to force our way in. We are coming up on some dark days, my friends. There is no doubt. I told you yesterday and the day before, California Governor Gavin Newsom, LAPD chief, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey, and others are all planning not to cooperate with and to stonewall Trump federal government efforts to do mass deportation. Here is Tom Homan essentially saying, we don't care, we're coming in.
And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, because we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance from New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send in New York City. Because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you. But it's much easier to arrest a bad guy. Like I just said, we're concentrating on public safety threats of human and national security threats. Right. It's much easier to arrest a bad guy in the jail. Give us access to Rikers Island that we've been kicked out of. Let us get the bad guy in the jail. It's safer for the alien. It's safer for the officer. It's safer for the community. But if you're going to release these bad guys, out in the community, then we're going to have to go find them, which puts the officer at risk, puts the community at risk, and and bottom line is, sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. And the left keeps saying, well, we want victims and witnesses of a crime to feel safe, come to the police department knowing we don't work for life. Let me make one thing clear. That's just a stone cold lie. Victims and witnesses of a crime does not want the bad guy back in their neighborhood.
That's true.
And certainly. And
so listen, it's going to get ugly. I don't know. I wish this is not pointing to a peaceful resolution. You have authorities at police department level, mayoral level, gubernatorial level saying we're not going to participate. Federal agencies, federal authorities are not going to be welcomed in here. It's going to be a no. And meanwhile, you have the incoming border czar for Trump, former director of ICE, saying we are going to do it. If NYPD won't help, we'll send double the number of federal agents in there. As always, I hope that this does not get violent, and I really worry about what is ahead here. You know, we played that video earlier this week of the Latino Trump voter who said, I heard what Trump said, but I'm assuming that they're not really going to deport the undocumented, family-oriented Latinos. They're going to do it. They're going to do it, assuming they have the resources for it. Homan is making it clear, and it is potentially going to get very ugly. Now, as we get closer to the Trump administration being sworn in January, we will come to you probably with expert interviews on knowing your rights and people in general knowing their rights when it comes to these planned raids and enforcement. We'll get to that. But in the interim, know that we are going to need a plan. That's the point. Let's take a very quick break. Make sure that you have pre-ordered my forthcoming book, The Echo Machine. This book is available everywhere. I'm about halfway done recording the audiobook. We talk in the book about how things got to be the way they are now. I can't imagine the book being any more relevant than as a result of what we are now facing once the Trump administration is sworn in. So pre-order the book. We'll take a break and be back with more. Well, I wrote a book after a long journey and a ton of work. I am really thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you'll read it. The book is called The Echo Machine. And in a nutshell, it looks at how American politics got so broken, who has already figured out solutions, and how we can try to fix it and stop the terror of Trump for the next 4 years. With Trump winning this election, The Echo Machine couldn't be more relevant, not only a warning about how we got here, but also about what might be coming and how to prevent the worst outcomes. We've got to stay engaged. We need a plan, and that's what the book is about. There's a belief out there that unless you have corporate media behind you, you can't have a successful political book launch, that it's not possible. I think we can prove that wrong. Order the Echo machine today at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere that books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, please order me the Echo machine by David Pakman. Wherever you get the book, you'll get the free pre-order perks, including the signed book plate. Head to davidpakman.com/free book stuff after ordering.